Dear students, in today's class, we are taking a part of organic chemistry which is useful for 9th class and 10th class students. Here, in today's class, we are going to discuss types of carbon and isomerism in alkanes. Types of carbons and isomerism in alkanes. You know, organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon compounds. Every compound must contain carbon. If the organic compound contains only carbon and hydrogen, then those are called hydrocarbons. Alkanes is a part of hydrocarbons. And in those alkanes, we have to study the nature of carbon, thereby difference between normal chain and branched chain. Later, we will consider the isomerism exhibited by alkanes. First of all, let us consider the nature of carbon in organic chemistry. Carbon in the organic chemistry generally undergoes only 3 types of hybridizations. Later you will know the hybridization concept. Hybridization concept is used to explain the formation of the sigma bond, its directional character, along with structural aspects. That is the main motto of hybridization. Pi bond formation is not explained by hybridization, but you have to include it in the structure, along with sigma bond. And here, if you take the nature of carbon, there are 3 types of carbons. One is sp3, second one is sp2, third one is sp. There are 3 types of carbons in the organic chemistry. All these belong to hybridization. sp3 means 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4 sigma bonds. When carbon is making 4 sigma bonds, you have to assume sp3 hybridization on that carbon. So 4 sigma bonds. sp2 hybridization means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 sigma bonds. When the carbon is making 3 sigma bonds, you have to use only sp2 hybridization. Carbon valence is 4. Valence of carbon is always 4. So it should be able to make 4 bonds. And you are explaining only 3 sigma bonds. What about the 4th bond? That is present there, but in the form of pi bond. And in the case of sp hybridization, sp 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 sigma bonds. When the carbon is carrying only 2 sigma bonds, other 2 bonds being pi bonds. When the carbon is able to make only 2 sigma bonds, then on that particular carbon, you have to assume only sp hybridization. In that way, in the organic compounds, carbon can be making use of these 3 hybridations only, sp3, sp2, sp. And when sp3 carbon is present, this is said to be saturated carbon. Why? All the 4 sigma bonds are fulfilled here. There is no pi bond. And so, sp3 carbons, generally, they can be treated as saturated carbons. After knowing the difference among these 3, now we will consider alkanes. Alkanes are nothing but hydrocarbons. That means they should be carrying only carbon and hydrogen. These are the 2 elements present in the hydrocarbon. In the alkane, every carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. There is no sp2 hybridization. There is no sp hybridization in the case of alkanes. And that is why all carbons here belong to sp3 hybridization. That means every carbon must be able to form 4 sigma bonds, individual bonds like this. Whenever a single bond is formed between 2 atoms, it is sigma bond. Whenever a double bond is formed between 2 atoms, one is sigma bond, other one is pi bond. Whenever a triple bond is formed between 2 atoms, one is sigma bond, other 2 are pi bonds. So in between the same 2 atoms, not more than 1 sigma bond is formed. Second, third bonds are always pi bonds. And in this case, carbon is able to make 4 single bonds. That means it is able to make 4 sigma bonds like this. Then this carbon is called sp3 carbon. Every carbon in the case of alkanes are sp3. And that is why, as it is containing only saturated carbons, alkanes are nothing but saturated hydrocarbons. These are nothing but saturated hydrocarbons. After that, you have to consider the nature of the hydrocarbon. Whether it is having aliphatic nature or not. Aliphatic nature you have to take. Open chain or closed chain, cyclic. Open chain means carbon will be having like this. Cyclic means it will be having carbons in the ring form. This is cyclic. This is open chain. And here aliphatic compound should be there. Not aromatic. Aromatic is different nature. It should be having open chain structure but not cyclic structure. If it is cyclic, cycloalkanes. It is not cycloalkane. And so aliphatic open chain compound is there. Aliphatic open chain you have to take. Aliphatic open chain saturated hydrocarbons are called alkanes. So what is the definition of alkanes? Aliphatic saturated open chain hydrocarbons are called alkanes. So now I am writing the definition here. Aliphatic open chain saturated hydrocarbons are called alkanes. This is the definition. Aliphatic open chain saturated hydrocarbons are called alkanes. So as it is saturated, every carbon in alkane is sp3 hybridization, don't forget. And that means these 2 hybridizations can never be seen in the case of alkanes. Every carbon will be carrying 4 sigma bonds. Now, general formula is assigned here because you want to discuss the isomerism also. You have to know the general formula for alkanes. It is assigned as CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2. And then we can consider the examples for these alkanes, saturated hydrocarbons. Prior to that consideration, let us consider the actual topic, types of carbon in alkanes. Types of carbons in alkanes that you have to now consider. Types of carbon in alkanes now I am considering. There are 4 types of sp3 carbons. There are 4 types of sp3 carbons. 4 types of sp3 carbons. What are those 4 types? If I say 1, the remaining 3 can be repeated by you. One is primary primary carbon. Second is secondary carbon. Third is tertiary carbon. Fourth is quaternary carbon. All these are sp3 carbons, but there are 4 types of sp3 carbons. Primary carbon is represented by 1 degree. 1 degree carbon means primary carbon. Second is represented by 2 degree. 2 degree carbon means secondary carbon. Tertiary carbon 3 degree means tertiary. 3 degree carbon means tertiary carbon. Quaternary is represented by 4 degree. 4 degree carbon means quaternary carbon. In this way, there are 4 types of carbons in the case of sp3 carbons of alkanes. Now, how to recognize primary carbon? Primary carbon 1 degree. When carbon is attached to only 1 carbon, it is called primary carbon. When carbon is attached to only 1 carbon, it is primary carbon. You can take, for example, carbon here, carbon. This carbon is attached to this 1 carbon only. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon only. So this is primary carbon. This is also primary carbon. Similarly, secondary carbon. Two degree. When carbon is attached to 2 carbons separately by 2 sigma bonds, it is called secondary carbon. You can take a carbon C like this. If you take this carbon is attached to this carbon only. So this carbon is attached to only 1 carbon, it is called primary. And if you take this carbon is also attached to 1 carbon. It is carrying 2 carbon chain, but it is directly linked to 1 carbon only, and that is why it is primary carbon. Similarly, if you take the central carbon here, this carbon is attached to 2 carbons on either side, and that is why this is a secondary carbon. In that way, we can recognize the secondary carbon when carbon is linked to 2 carbons on either side. That means you can write in this way also, like this, or like this. This is the secondary carbon because it is attached to 2 carbons on either side. This is the secondary carbon, it is attached to 2 carbons on either side, the other 2 carbons being primary carbons. So in this way, secondary carbon is linked to 2 carbons on either side. Next, we can take tertiary carbon. We can take tertiary carbon. When carbon is attached to 3 carbons separately, it is called tertiary carbon. How to write the structure here? This is the carbon. It is attached to 1 carbon, becomes primary. It is attached to another carbon, it becomes secondary. Also attached to 3rd carbon. So if you take this particular carbon, this carbon now is attached to 3 carbons separately, and so this is tertiary carbon. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon, primary. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon, primary. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon, primary. In that way, tertiary carbon will be carrying 3 carbons attached to it separately. That is how to recognize tertiary carbon. And finally, one more carbon. By this time, you might be recognizing the quaternary carbon also. Quaternary carbon, when carbon is attached to 4 carbons separately, it is called quaternary carbon. So here you can take quaternary carbon like this. Attached to 1 carbon becomes primary, attached to 2nd carbon becomes secondary, attached to 3rd carbon becomes tertiary, attached to 4th carbon. Now it becomes quaternary. Now if you take this carbon is linked to 4 carbons on all sides. So this becomes the quaternary carbon. Other 4 carbons, the carbon attached to central carbon, so all the 4 carbons belong to primary carbons. In this way, we can easily recognize primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary carbons whenever a carbon chain is present, because alkanes will be containing sp3 carbon chain, and in that sp3 carbon chain, what is primary, what is secondary, what is tertiary, what is quaternary, directly you can recognize them just by a glance at its structure. Now let us consider the carbon chains, different carbon chains. The first one, carbon chain having 5 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First carbon is linked to only 1 carbon, so it is a primary. Second carbon is linked to 2 carbons on either side, so this is secondary. Third carbon is linked to 2 carbons on either side, this is secondary. Fourth carbon is linked to 2 carbons on either side, this is secondary. And this carbon is linked to only 1 carbon, this is primary. So this chain is carrying 2 primary carbons and 3 secondary carbons. Chain can be written in any way, in zigzag manner. Like that you can write. If you take this one, or this one, first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, both are already the same. Actual structure of carbon chain in alkanes will be in this manner, not in that manner. But both are said to be straight chains. Both are said to be straight chains. This carbon attached to only 1 carbon, primary. This carbon attached to 2 carbons on either side, secondary. This carbon attached to 2 carbons on either side, secondary. This carbon attached to 2 carbons on either side, secondary. This carbon attached to only 1 carbon, so primary. Once again, 2 primary carbons and 3 secondary carbons, same chain. And if you take here, carbon attached to only 1 carbon, primary. This carbon attached to 2 carbons on either side, this is secondary. This carbon attached to 2 carbons on either side, this is secondary. If you take this carbon is attached to 1, 2, 3. That carbon is attached to 3 carbons. So this carbon is tertiary. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon only, primary. This carbon is attached to 1 carbon, this is also primary. And here, there is one tertiary carbon. There is one tertiary carbon here, because it is attached to 3 carbons. And there are 2 secondary carbons, 3 primary carbons and 1 tertiary carbon in this carbon chain. Similarly, here also you can take primary because attached to 1 carbon. This is secondary, attached to 2 carbons on either side. If you take this carbon, 1, 2, 3, it is attached to 3 carbons, so it is tertiary. This carbon is attached to only 1 carbon, this is primary. This carbon is attached to 1, 2, 3 carbons it is carrying, tertiary. And this carbon is attached to only 1 carbon, primary. This carbon is attached to, just observe, 1, 2, 3, 4. On all 4 sides, this carbon is bonded, so this carbon belongs to quaternary. This carbon is attached to only one carbon primary. This carbon attached to only one carbon primary. This carbon attached to only one carbon primary. So in this way, this chain is having 2 tertiary carbons and 1 quaternary carbon, along with other primary carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 primary carbons. So this is how to note the types of carbon in the sp3 carbon chain. Similarly, here also you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is one chain. You can take this carbon attached to only one carbon primary. This carbon attached to only carbon primary. This carbon attached to only one carbon primary. This carbon attached to only one carbon primary. Similarly, here also there are 6 primary carbons. And here if you take this carbon, it is attached to 1, 2, 3. It is attached to 3 carbons. So this carbon becomes tertiary. And here if you take this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon belongs to quaternary carbon. And if you take this carbon, 1, 2, 3, so it is tertiary carbon. If you take this carbon attached to 2 carbons only, this is secondary. And of course, this chain is having all the types of carbons, primary, secondary, tertiary carbons. How many each of these are present, just you can observe. This is how to note the carbon chains, which is primary, which is secondary, which is tertiary, which is quaternary. And this hydrocarbon is having all the carbons. This is having only primary and secondary. This is having only primary and secondary. And this is having primary, secondary, tertiary carbons. All these are nothing but the chains, saturated carbon chains present in alkanes. Now, how to bring the difference between normal chain and branched chain? Normal chain is also called straight chain. Normal chain is also called straight chain. There should be only 2 primary carbons, first and last. In the chain, there will be terminal carbons. If there are only terminal carbons, 2 terminal carbons, remaining middle carbons are secondary. So except the terminal carbons, if the remaining carbons in the chain are secondary, then that is called normal chain. That is called normal chain. Normal chain is also called straight chain. You can write in the straight chain manner, or in the zigzag manner also you can write. It is normal chain or straight chain. Similarly, you can take the branched chain. If you want to get the branched chain, the chain must be containing at least 1 tertiary carbon. 1 tertiary carbon will be attached to 3 carbons. Out of the 3 carbons, 2 carbons will be going into the normal chain, 1 carbon comes into the branch. So tertiary carbon always carries 1 branch. If the quaternary carbon is there, quaternary carbon is carrying 4 carbons on all sides, out of which 2 carbons will be going into the normal chain, other 2 carbons come into the branches. And that is why quaternary carbon carries 2 branches. Other 2 carbons will be coming into the straight chain or normal chain. So in that way, if the carbon chain contains at least 1 tertiary carbon or 1 quaternary carbon or both, then it is said to be having branched chain. Don't forget, tertiary carbon carries 1 branch and quaternary carbon carries 2 branches. Don't forget of remembering this one. In this way, we have to recognize normal chain and branched chain. Now, you can take here in this one. You can give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 2 terminal carbons which are primary. The middle carbons are secondary. When the middle carbons are all secondary except the terminal carbons, then it is said to be normal chain. So this is called L means normal chain or straight chain. Even if you take here primary carbon, middle carbon is secondary, and so this is also called normal chain. There is no branch here. And if you take here, it is carrying 1 tertiary carbon. 1 tertiary carbon will be having 1 branch. And here, counting and be done from here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cannot be called in the normal chain. It is side chain. So there will be only 5 carbons in the chain, normal chain. 1 carbon is present in the branch because it is carried by tertiary carbon. And so this is said to be branched chain. How many branches are there? There is only 1 tertiary carbon, and so there is only 1 branch. This is branch chain but not normal chain. Similarly, here also if you take here, this is tertiary carbon, this is tertiary carbon, this is quaternary carbon. Tertiary quaternary carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is branch, this is branch, this is branch, this is branch. Quaternary carbon carries 2 branches, tertiary carbon carries 1 branch. There are 2 tertiary carbons, 2 branches, 1 quaternary carbon, 2 branches. There will be 4 branches. And so this is the branch chain. Similarly, here also you can bring the reference. Primary, this is secondary of course. 2 carbons attached on either side. This is tertiary, primary, primary, primary. This is primary, quaternary here, tertiary, secondary, primary. In the chain, along with the primary carbons, we are having a tertiary carbon and quaternary carbon. And so it is said to be branch. So this is called branched chain. That is how to bring the difference. And here how many branches are there? This is 1 tertiary carbon, this is 1 tertiary carbon, there are 2 branches, this is 1 quaternary carbon, there are 2 branches. For totally there are 4 branches in that chain. In that way, we can bring the difference between normal chain and branched chain after visualization of the carbon, aliphatic carbon, hydrocarbon, saturated carbon structure. Now, let us consider some examples of alkanes. Alkanes general formula is CnH2n plus 2, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. When n is equal to 1, the formula is CH4. When 1 carbon is present, you have to use meth as the root word. Alkanes, n is the ending suffix. When suffix is n, it indicates that it is saturated. All the carbons are saturated. And so meth plus n, methane. Meth indicates root word 1 carbon. N indicates saturation. Methane is saturated hydrocarbon having 1 carbon. And you write the structure here. Carbon, this is the carbon, which is having 4 valencies. This is like this because it is alkane 4 sigma bonds. Hydrogen is always univalent. Hydrogen is univalent. Its valency is always 1. It carries only 1 sigma bond. And so here the 4 sigma bonds of carbon will be satisfied by 4 hydrogens. This is the structural aspect of methane. In methane, this carbon belongs to sp3 carbon. It undergoes sp3 hybridization. And later, of course, you will know that this structure is tetrahedral and bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. That is actually a different topic. In this manner, you can write the expanded structure. And here, if you write this is the CH4, this is the condensed structure. Here, this carbon, if you take, is it primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary? No. This carbon is not attached to any other carbon, itself is present alone. And beyond primary carbon, there is no classification, and that is why when carbon alone is present, without attaching to any other carbon, then that carbon is termed as superprimary. It is called superprimary carbon. So carbon in methane belongs to what? You will ask like that. It belongs to always superprimary carbon. Now let us take ethane. It is having 2 carbons. In the case of organic chemistry, catenation is more important. Carbon-carbon chain formation will be easy. Catenation power is very high for carbon. Self-linkage among themselves to carbon to give the carbon chain. That is catenation. So here when two carbons are there, we can write in this manner, carbon chain carbon. This is the sigma bond. And here this carbon is having only one bond. This should carry 3 more bonds. Like this you have to write. And this carbon should also be carrying 3 more bonds. Like this you have to write. This carbon is satisfied by one valence only with carbon. 3 more valences are to be satisfied. Hydrogen is always univalent. And so the remaining unfilled valences will be satisfied by hydrogen atoms. So this carbon carries 3 hydrogens. This carbon also carries 3 hydrogens. This is what you call CH3 bond CH3. Or you can write it as CH3 bond CH3. And this is the expanded structure, expanded form. Every bond is shown separately. And this is not shown here. CH3 bond CH3. And so this is called condensed structure. This is called condensed structure. Generally we will use the condensed structures for writing the equations, not the expanded one. And here the 2 carbons, this is primary, this is primary. The 2 carbons present in ethane are primary. 2 carbons are similar. And if you take propane, 3 carbons are there, 3 carbon chain you can take. And here this carbon is carrying only 1 bond, 3 more bonds are there. This carbon is having 2 bonds on either side, 2 more bonds should be fulfilled. And this carbon is carrying 3 other bonds except this bond. So the remaining valences are to be fulfilled by hydrogens. So this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. Central carbon will be carrying 2 hydrogens. This is the expanded structure. And you can write the condensed form. First carbon is carrying 3 hydrogens. Second carbon is carrying 2 hydrogens. Third carbon is carrying 3 hydrogens. This is primary carbon. This is primary carbon. This is secondary carbon. This is the condensed structure. CH3, CH2, CH3. Don't forget, always primary carbon carries 3 hydrogens, secondary carbon carries 2 hydrogens. So for primary carbon always carries 4 hydrogens because there is another carbon. So in this way, in the case of propane, all the 3 carbons are not equal. 2 carbons are primary, 1 carbon is secondary. And you have to remember in future, the reactivity of all the carbons are not one and the same. Secondary carbon may be more reactive than primary. Tertiary carbon may be more reactive than secondary. In that way, we have to give the explanation whenever needed. Reactivity differs from carbon to carbon. And here also you can take hydrogens. Later we will discuss. In the case of alkanes, there are 3 types of hydrogens. Primary hydrogen, secondary hydrogen, tertiary hydrogen. Hydrogen attached to primary carbon is called primary hydrogen. Hydrogen attached to secondary carbon is called secondary hydrogen. Hydrogen attached to tertiary carbon is called tertiary hydrogen. And quaternary carbon doesn't carry any hydrogen because quaternary carbon is attached to 4 carbons on either side. All 4 valences are fulfilled. There is no question of arranging hydrogen. And so quaternary carbon doesn't carry any hydrogen. And that is why in the case of alkanes, there are 3 types of hydrogens: primary, secondary, tertiary hydrogens. And here in this case, primary hydrogens is equal to 3 plus 3, 6. Secondary hydrogens is equal to 2. Don't forget, reactivity if you take, secondary hydrogen is more reactive than primary hydrogen. Reactivity also differing. So this is the expanded structure, this is the condensed structure. Sometimes we will use the line structure. This is more important in the organic chemistry. We will use line structure. Just line, zigzag lines we will use. There are 3 carbons like this you can write. That means you can write like this. Every corner will be having 1 carbon. Starting and ending will be having carbon. So this is carbon, this is carbon, this is carbon. This is 3 carbon chain. And if you want to write the line structure for this is the line structure. And here in this line structure, this carbon, secondary carbon carries 2 hydrogens. In the line structure, hydrogens are unseen. In the line structure, hydrogen atoms are unseen. You need not write them. Already they are present. And so here if you take here, this is carbon carries 3 hydrogens, this carbon carries 2 hydrogens, this carbon carries 3 hydrogens, and CH3, CH2, CH3 in the line structure it is written like this. That's all. In the case of butane, if you take C like this, you can write this carbon is having only 1 valency, 3 more valencies. Central carbon 2 more valencies, this is 2 more valencies, this is 3 more valencies. Remaining unfilled valencies should be satisfied by hydrogen because hydrogen is always univalent. And so this can be written as 3 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, 3 hydrogens here. This is the expanded form. If you want to write the condensed structure for this, what we can write here? CH3 bond CH2 bond CH2 bond CH3. This is primary, this is secondary, this is secondary, this is primary. All the carbons are in the normal chain except the primary carbons, remaining carbons is secondary, then it is called normal chain, and this is butane, this is called normal butane. In normal butane there is no tertiary carbon. And here if you want to write the line structure, this is the expanded one, this is the condensed structure. If you want to write the line structure, what we can write? In the 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. This is the line structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the line structure of normal butane. Even you can write like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even you can write like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are butane representations, line structures. In any angle you can write. You have to show the corners for every carbon. First and last carbons will not be there because it is starting, this is ending. These are carbons. So this is way of representing the butane as normal butane because the chain is carrying only primary and secondary carbons. There is no tertiary carbon, there is no branch, and so it is called normal butane. Now let us consider the pentane structure also. In the case of pentane, 5 carbons are there. You can first write the 5 carbon chain like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except the middle carbons, the remaining end carbons will be having 3 hydrogens each. So 3 valences here. Middle carbons will be having 2 hydrogens each. So unfilled valencies should be satisfied by hydrogens because hydrogen is univalent. So this is CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. This is the expanded structure. And if you want to write the condensed structure for this, CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. Sometimes this can also be written in this manner: CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. In this way also you can write. In the saturated carbons, the carbon-carbon sigma bond need not be shown in the chain. This is the other way. Or sometimes you can write in this manner: CH3, CH2, thrice CH3. In this also. In the middle we are having 3 methyl groups, CH2 thrice, CH3, CH2, CH3, this is one. And if you take here, this is pentane. If you take carbons, this is the primary carbon, middle carbons are all secondary, and this is primary. In this chain, there are secondary carbons and end carbons are primary, and so this is called normal chain. As it is pentane, this is called normal pentane. This is the condensed structure. If you want to write the line structure, there are 5 carbons. You can write in this manner: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need not write carbons in the line structure. Unseen. Hydrogens are also unseen. This is the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can write any manner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any manner you can write. 5 carbon chain must be there with turnings. And this is the normal pentane. In this way, we can write the chains of hydrocarbons. Particularly in this line structure, we are showing the normal chain in the line form. And this is the condensed structure generally represented in writing the equations, chemical equations. Apart from this, you have to know groups. You have to know groups. What is meant by a group? Atom or cluster of atoms in which one atom is shown valency deficient. This is group. You can take atoms here. It is having only one valency, not fulfilled here. If you write HCl compound, if you write Cl like this, it is a group. Similarly, you can take H is a group. Oxygen carries two valencies. One valency is shown to be deficient here, OH group. It is a group. Similarly, you can write methane, CH4. One hydrogen is removed, CH3, methyl group. It is a group. Cluster of atoms in which one atom is shown valency deficiency. Then those are called groups. In this way, we have to get groups idea. Particularly, we have to get the alkyl group. Alkyl group is more important now. Group is always obtained by dropping one hydrogen. So here, dropping one hydrogen. Dropping one hydrogen. You will get here, what is the formula? CnH2n plus 1. One hydrogen is removed here from one carbon. Which carbon is removed? That you have to show later. This is bond deficient, valency deficient. This is the formula of alkyl group. That is the formula alkyl group. Now let us take methane. It is CH4. One hydrogen is dropped here. One hydrogen is dropped, and so it is written as CH3. What about the fourth valency shown to be deficient? It is removing. Alkyl group is obtained by dropping one hydrogen from alkane. By dropping one hydrogen from alkane, and so this is what you call methyl. Similarly, you can take ethane. C2H6. This is the formula C2H6. Remove one hydrogen. Minus H will give you C2H5. One carbon. Out of the two carbons, one carbon will be valency deficient. So you have to show like this. This is what you call ethyl group. Similarly, you can take propane. C3H8. Remove one hydrogen. C3H7. Valency deficiency. This is what you call propyl group. Similarly, you can take butane, butyl, pentane, pentyl, hexane, hexyl, decane, decyl. Like that, alkyl group is always obtained by dropping one hydrogen from alkane. And now, in the case of alkyl groups, there are three types. Three types of alkyl groups are there. What are they? Primary, secondary, tertiary alkyl groups are there. There is no quaternary alkyl group. Quaternary carbon is there. See here, if you take ethyl group is always super primary carbon, that is, there is no classification for this. If you take ethane structure is this is ethane. You have to drop one hydrogen. From which carbon you are dropping hydrogen? This or that. If you drop hydrogen from this carbon, it becomes CH2, CH3. Point of attachment, valence deficiency shown to this carbon, not to this. So ethyl group, particularly out of the 2 carbons, this carbon is shown valency deficiency, particularly is shown. Or if you remove from this carbon, then it is CH3, CH2 point of attachment. This is ethyl. Clearly writing CH3, CH2 dash, dash CH2, CH3. And this is the primary carbon, this is also primary carbon. Both are primary carbons. In ethyl, all the hydrogens are equal. All the hydrogens are equal. All the hydrogens are primary hydrogens. Hydrogen attached to primary carbon is primary hydrogen. And you are dropping hydrogen from primary carbon. You are dropping one primary hydrogen. When one primary hydrogen is dropped, when one hydrogen from primary carbon is dropped, then it is called primary alkyl. So, ethyl group is a primary alkyl group. Ethyl group is a primary alkyl group. Similarly, you can take propane. Similarly, you can take propane. You are dropping one hydrogen, propyl. Write the structure CH3, CH2, CH3. This is primary, this is secondary, this is primary. You have to drop one hydrogen. There are 2 types of hydrogens, primary hydrogen, secondary hydrogens. There are 6 primary hydrogens. Primary hydrogens is equal to 6 here, secondary hydrogens is equal to 2 here. From which carbon which hydrogen is dropped? Suppose if you drop hydrogen from this carbon, CH3, CH2, CH2 dash. If you drop from this carbon, CH2, CH2, CH3. Primary carbon, you are dropping one hydrogen from primary carbon, so this is primary alkyl. You are dropping one hydrogen, primary carbon, primary, both are equal. You just reverse it. Both are one and the same. And this is a propyl group. On the other hand, if you take hydrogen from this carbon, what is obtained there? CH3, CH, CH3 dash. This is the secondary carbon from which hydrogen is dropped. And so this is also propyl, this is secondary alkyl. So this is primary alkyl. And what is the, both are propyls. One is called isopropyl, one is called isopropyl, other one is called normal propyl. Why is it called so? If you join one carbon here, that carbon goes into the branch, not branch, it's chain, shade chain, normal chain. This carbon goes into the normal chain. And so, as attachment of one more carbon to this valence deficiency goes into the normal chain, this is called normal chain, normal alkyl. And so, normal propyl is normal alkyl, primary alkyl. Normal propyl is primary alkyl. And if you take the secondary carbon, to which one more carbon is attached here, that doesn't go into the normal chain, it comes into the branch. So, you cannot call it as normal alkyl. And that is why it is written as something else. Whenever the carbon having point of attachment shown, if the carbon carries 2 methyl groups, then you can use the prefix iso. Totally it is C3SO propyl, but it is having iso. So this is called isopropyl group. So here in the case of propyl, normal propyl is primary alkyl, isopropyl is secondary alkyl. Hydrogens are not equal, primary hydrogens are 6 in that case, secondary hydrogens are 2 in that case.